So, hello everyone, how are you? First of all, welcome to our channel. Today, I am Tanu Panchal in front of you from Law Minds. Hopefully, you all are doing great. In today's video, we are going to discuss about legal right, its kind, and correlation between rights and duty. So, without wastage of our time, let's get started. First of all, we should know about what legal right is, what legal right means. Basically, legal right is a right provided to an individual, and these rights cannot be harmed by anyone, and if anyone harm any individual's legal right, then he or she should be punished accordingly. Legal rights are right, and legal rights are those rights which are protected by law. So first, let we should read about let we should talk about right, legal right, and duty. What is meant by them? Right. Basically, the word right has two meaning. In one sense, it means what is correct or just to do, and in another sense, it told about a person's right to do something, which is also known as legal right. Legal right is a right that is protected by law, and violation of legal right would be considered as legal wrong. There are mainly considered two type of right, legal and moral. Difference between moral and legal is the sanction or punishment. If someone violates legal right of a person, then there is a punishment for it, but if anyone violate moral right, then there is no punishment of it. State or judiciary protect his right and gave punishment. In case of violation of moral right, he, he or she was scolded or social rebuke. Definitions of rights and duty. According to Austin, right is a standard of permitted action within a certain sphere. He further defined right is a party has a right when others are bound to obliged by law to do or not to do any act. According to Salman, it is an interest recognized and protected by law of rule of justice and law. According to Patton, legal right as the right recognized and protected by the legal system itself. According to Rose, duty is the predicament of person whose acts are liable to be controlled with the assistance of the state. According to Gray, duty is the act of or forbearance which an organized society used to impose on people through state in order to protect the legal right of other. Now, let's move further to types of rights and kinds of right. Positive right and negative right. Positive right, when a duty which corresponds to a right is positive, that right is positive right. The person on whom the duty lies has to be some act, this is positive duty. Negative right, when a duty which corresponds to a right is negative right, the person on whom the duty lies has to refrain from some act. Perfect and imperfect right. Perfect right, when a right is enforceable through a court of law, it is also recognized. Imperfect right, when a right is not enforceable through a court of law and it is only recognized. Right in rem and right in personam. Right in rem, right which is available against the whole world or person generally is called right in rem. Right in personam, right which is available against a particular person or persons is called right in personam. Next, primary and secondary right. Primary right are those rights which exist independent of any wrong having been committed. Those are also called as antecedent right. Secondary right, those rights which arises out of the violation of primary rights and also known as remedial rights. Vested and contingent right. Vested right, a right in respect of which all events necessary to vest it completely in the owner has happened. Contingent right, when some of the events necessary to vest the right in the contingent right owner have happened, it exists in conditional state. Corporeal and incorporeal rights. Corporeal rights, right over an tangible or material object, and incorporeal right over an intangible objects. Right in re propria and right in re aliena. Right in re propria refers to right in one's own property, and right in re aliena refers to right over the property of other person. Proprietary right and personal right. Right which are in proprietary right are right which are in relation to one's own property, which consist of its things, assets, estate. These rights have some economic or monetary value. Personal rights are those rights which do not have economic value. These rights are merely elements of his well-being or welfare. Heritable and inheritable rights. Heritable rights are rights which survives it its owner, and inheritable rights that die with death of its owner. Whether rights and duties are correlative. Basically, there are two views related to whether right and duty are correlative. One of the view is of Selman's view and another one is of Austin's view. According to Selman's view, there can't be no right without a corresponding duty and no duty without a corresponding right. I repeat it again. There can't be no right without a corresponding duty and no duty without a corresponding right. Another view is that right and duty are not correlative. As per the view, duties are divided